Kilo India 6 November Alpha Zulu. You didn't hear me. We are covered up here, so... Alright, it's getting hot. Let's go back inside then. We tried. The Lab599 TX-500MP, the MP stands for Manpack, is in my hand. I have actually had this radio for a couple of weeks now. I've done a couple of contacts, chasing some POTUS, because I have been carrying this as a Manpack radio.
Kilo 8, Charlie Alpha Mike, you still with me? Yeah, I'm still here. 55 Ohio. All right, 55 Ohio. I thought you'd dropped off into the
I got him.
there.
He gave me a 3-3, but I'll take it. On this bad boy. Goes in a water bottle pocket on my backpack. I actually had this at DEF CON. I went outside to the patio. I took it to the pool. I used it all weekend to, you know, chase POTA, see what I could do with it. Because literally, I just ran it with a whip. Didn't even run radials.
Big deal. You know, you can get a much better, smoother audio, cleaner audio quality. You know, things like that. That's, you know, and I can't remember what else I did. It was a long time ago. You know, the last time I worked on this radio was probably maybe 15, 18 years ago. Go ahead.
I am using... Oh. Well, no wonder. The radio was causing a lot of noise. Let's move this somewhere else. I was plugging into what I was a lamppost, but the lamppost, I guess, had a lot of noise. So let's retune it. See if it'll tune 40 without a radial. It did. That's pretty good. See if we hear that.
Anybody else who wants to jump in there, feel free. KF7, QNI, Oregon.
All right, so the MP comes with a couple of accessories like a USB cable. This is like a universal adapter. So this is the plug for the USB. This is the plug for power, and then this is the plug that goes into the top of the radio. Now, if you were going to use this to connect to this accessory port, in addition to plugging in your microphone, you would take the hat off. This is the prototype Link500MP. So just know that it comes with the accessories you need, right? So when you're running the Link500, you're generally going to be using just the hand mic. Now, the hand mic would have been nice if it had these buttons on the top, channel 1, 2, 3, because then you could just key to where you wanted to go. This hand mic only has a PTT button and a plug on the side for, you know, earphones or whatever. So just keep that in mind. No, you can't do CW on this. You need to bring back the universal plug to do CW via its little dongle there. At least that's my understanding. I could be wrong on that. Anyway, the idea though is if you're using the Link500, you're just going to Bluetooth to connect to your computer, your phone, etc. And then something that will be on the final production model is a little spot to plug in a ground line. So in this case, there's one screw on the side here. I just clipped into the ground like that. Maybe if I can get my hands on it. There you go. And then I would clip this to the chassis of a car, onto a table, a fence, whatever, or just run it without it and use the tuner. Regarding antennas, I will show you the antenna I was using with this, but that's not really a recommendation or anything. It just happened to fit exactly my use case that I was looking for. So before MFJ went out of business, they had this screwdriver, manual screwdriver, or it's a coil that you can adjust from the base here and then just physically adjust it. And that's what I've been using with this, and it seems to work okay. And it comes with a whip. This whip is pretty long. It's about 8 feet long or so, just my guess on how many elements it has there. I'll see if I can find a comparable version of this. I know this is just a Chinese-made antenna. I think these are available on Amazon, so I'll drop the link for that in the video description so you guys can check it out. Let's do this on an antenna and listen to this radio in all its glory. And for those that are interested, this is the Link500MP for Manpack, because it's literally designed for the 500MP. This is made by DL4KA, and I will drop a link in the video description so you can find out where it's at, because he is in Germany, and I don't know if there's more effective ways. I'll drop a couple links, hopefully for international viewers and also for the Americans. So let's take this over to the tabletop and take a look. The battery pack that's on this is the Lab599, Lab59. This is the one that would go on the back of the TX-500. So it has kickstands, which could be useful, I guess. But if you hold this down, light comes on. flip it back over, and then hit the power button. And then that turns on the radio. Now, you do need your hand mic for speaker because it doesn't have a speaker otherwise. So let's do that now. And first thing I'm going to do is show you volume control here. Let's zoom way in here. Volume. We're going to lower that down. And I'm going to turn the tuner off for right now because I don't need it. Now, I'm in the wrong band. This is the 40 meter band, so I'm simply just going to go out of volume, and then I'm going to go up to 14 megahertz. And that's how I've been changing the band. Now, at this point, you can use the left or right arrows to move the pointer, hopefully, to frequency, and there we go. Now we can move the pointer over. So I'm going to go back over here, tap it. Oh, there's somebody there. Now, I am using the Link-500, so I'm going to take advantage of that by using the VFO. We are in the wrong mode of operation, so I'm going to slide through here. Okay. Mode off. I was experimenting with the frequency VFO mode versus channel mode. Like, take this frequency for instance. So let's just set a frequency to, I don't know, 220 for instance, in frequency mode. We'll go off of that. We'll go to CHA, right? When we're in CHA, I already loaded a frequency 14.250 on channel 2, and if I hit the arrow button, we should see 1 is on 40 meters, and then 2, channel 2. I want to save this VFO to that channel, so I can just go ahead and hit that, and now it's loaded in there. So if I hit return, I'm in the channel mode. I can just switch around. So 250, 720, and 14.220. So it's actually pretty effective, and you can load a lot of channels in this, which then gives you the ability to go in and go from channel to VFO, which is pretty handy. So if I want to get out of this, let me go back to, and then go to channel. And so if I had something saved in 1, for instance, or I wanted to quickly go to 40, but maybe it's deeper down than the buttons up here, I could hit channel to VFO, switches it over, and now we're done. Now we're back out, and we can use the radio. Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu.
Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. Josh, hey, how's it going?
Hey, good man, good man. You're coming in about a 5555 here into Southern California.
Oh, great to finally get you in the log on Single Side, man. I've listened to all your podcasts, appreciate all your videos and work. I've been a couple emails, man. I'm actually waiting for the photo and show us. Good to get you in the log.
Right on, man, right on. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate you being out there, too, for an activation. So have a lot of fun out there and make a lot of contacts. 7-3, appreciate it.
Thanks for the contact, 7-3. Bravo Alpha Hotel. Stroke 7, parked on here.
Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu.
Kilo India 6, November. Thanks for the call. You're 557 in the park, US 4369, Oregon.
Copy that, copy that. You're 5555 here into Southern California.
US Delta Southern California, and I think your name is Josh. Your name here is Bill, 73. Thanks for the contact. KI6NAZ, N7DZ, stroke 7. George, that's for parts on the air.
You got it. In true transparency, this does come with a Type N connector. This was fitted with on top of the Link-500, but I broke it. So I replaced it with an SO239. It's kind of a little proud. It's a little wide, so I kind of have to manhandle a little bit to get it on there. But all right, let's test CW here. So we'll put that on the side for a second. Now I'm curious because you've got quite a couple. Yeah, those are not pinned the same. All right, so it's actually the second one. You can see that it moves the position, so that it takes those and outputs it there, which is a little bit handier to walk around with, having the mic on that on the Link-500. So let's slide that over the side, and then we will go in here with the hand mic, and we'll grab my key. Thank you, Jonathan, for my key. Any old wire will work here, so we're just grabbing this guy. And I think, hopefully, this is it. Let's see if it's CW ready radio now. So again, power on procedure here. Red is go, and it's on. Okay, we hear it. Key does nothing right now. And then we're going to change the mode. All right, it is not in iambic, so let's fix that right now. All right, let's go find our iambic. Don't know where it's going to be. Ah, okay. Perfect. All right, key speed. Ah, yes, the proverbial 100%. We're going to knock that down here to about 85, I think is right for me. Yeah. All right. The QSK is a little wacky on this one. Looks like we made it as far as 1,700 miles away to WE9V, which looks like he's in Milwaukee, maybe? Thank you, W9V, for having a station there. Okay, so that's a CW. That works effectively, I guess. I don't know that I would grab this to be my CW radio. I think I'm probably more likely going to be Manpack portable with something like this for single sideband or on my phone. And now something to wrap up kind of the features of the radio is its power options. So this will take USB-C PD for charging, and it has a barrel jack on the bottom for 12 volts, which makes this great because you can take your standard, ham radio batteries and plug it in, and that'll work just great. But this will take up to like 50 volts. I'll post a little snippet on the screen off of the Lab599 website. It's really impressive in that sense because you can keep this running with a solar panel. Yeah, it has a charge controller built into it. It's running off 6 18650 batteries, and it so far has been a lot of fun just to keep it going with a real simple 20-watt panel or a backup battery, but the batteries internal really last a long time. Now, I will do a video in the future on the Link 500 system specifically for the Manpack. Again, this rides on the top, and that'll give us USB-C. It will give you Bluetooth. You'll be able to do TNC things, so packet over HF as well as APRS, and of course WinLink as well, which is fantastic for multiple different options. Bluetooth, you can do that over USB-C as well if you just want to connect a computer. But if you don't want to wait for this, you can check out the Link 500. There'll be a link in the video description for any of your radios. So basically you can wire this up and get the same functionality for your 705, your KX2s, or whatever. So really, really handy device because it does just about anything you want to do digital-wise on HF radio. Now, I'm not really making a review right now for this radio. I think you already know I like the TX-500 so much so that I took it on my trip to Hawaii, which I was there for about a week. I used it for POTA activations. I had a really good time. I do have the amplifier that's also made by DIY599. And I also have a Link 500 that attaches to it. And I enjoy the features and functionality of it. This is a different animal, though. Obviously, this form factor, right, reminds you of an HT, albeit a bigger HT. And how you use it is more like an HT as well. You almost have like a set it and forget it kind of a mentality to it. And when you can add Bluetooth from your phone for control, for CAT, digital modes, all that stuff, that actually makes it a use case that is something I would use. It's incredibly polarizing, though. I totally get that. There are folks who look at this and go, that is just completely out of control. But the addition of the battery and the internal tuner, I think, makes this, again, very niche, of course. I'm not changing any of that. But it is going to be something that, for some of you, it is so hard down your rabbit hole and in your wheelhouse that you probably have already ordered one. This is a cool radio for you specifically. Yes, you, the one watching right now. And to give full context to this, the MP itself is, I believe, about $1,500. My understanding is that there are going to be some of these that are available for retail stateside. I will do my best to put the links below, or at least put the website should keep an eye on. You can, of course, go to Lab599. Link will be in the video description for them as well, so you can check it out if you just want to get it from wherever they're selling out of now. Yes, I believe these are still made in Russia. $1,500 is for the radio, and I think the battery and the tuner. Now, the Link 500MP, that is available off, again, link will be in the video description because I want to make sure I get it right. And I think this goes for about $600. So not inexpensive at all, but for some of you, this is exactly what you've been looking for, I think. Anyway, that's kind of it for a first look and a little bit of my use case field report of using this as a Manpack radio. I am Josh, KI6NAZ. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't. And until I touch you again, 73.